blessing to be here today, and I want to thank Johnny and the administration. One of the things that we're going to do, and we know that we're running behind time, we're going to show you a couple of videos. We're going to show you the trailer to the movie, then we're going to show you the real video, a 12-minute video of the real story. And we're going to share our experiences with you. Yes, Channing Tatum's pretty hot. No, he doesn't look like Johnny. I have to tell you something. My wife told me when we went to see the movie in Hollywood here about 4 months ago, there was this picture of Channing and you could see his backside. And my wife turned to me and looked at me in the theater and said, "Is that what it's supposed to look like?" But you know, I'm the Chunkendale version of Channing. He's the Chippendale, I'm the Chunkendale. We hope you enjoy the presentation. One of the things that I want you to think about before we start showing you videos is everybody in this room, at one point in time, every single individual has felt that they're bulletproof, that they're on top of the world, that they're the king of the mountain and the queen of the castle. Every single one of us have felt that. We felt invincible. We felt like nothing would happen to us, but things happen. But I want you to know that as you watch these videos and as you watch the trailer of the movie, this is a 15-year project in the making. 1996, we signed a movie deal with Disney. It is now in the care of Spyglass Entertainment and distributed by Sony Screen Gems. But one thing that I want to tell you, because you need to know this up front. The number one thing is that Hollywood and the world, whether it's Japanese TV, or German television, or Australian radio, or even the Today Show or Oprah, they have done a lot to make me out to be some kind of hero. And I'm not a hero. I don't consider myself a hero for staying. I don't consider myself to be better than anybody else. It's kind of an insult these days when our society makes that light as if I'm some super extraordinary kind of guy. Because that's not the case. The case is that I simply did what I said I was going to do. And that's the message that I want to tell everybody today. If you live your life committed, you do what you say you're going to do, then you're going to live a quality life. And so, I think you need to understand that. We're gonna let you see the trailer of the movie first and foremost. The movie will be out February 10th in theaters. And so, if we want to go ahead and start the trailer, sit back and listen to the trailer, and then I'll come back up and you'll see the video, okay? But the bottom line is this. The movie doesn't get made if we give up. The book's not written if we don't keep our commitments. And society would have simply accepted the fact that we were just another statistic. Tim Tebow right now is the most inspiring athlete in professional sports anywhere. Love him or you hate him, okay? But the one thing you can't deny is that he inspires lives, and that's why he becomes so popular. And that is why in our faith and what we believe from the Lord that is the center of our life has been something that's carried us. A Japanese television producer told me several years ago, he said, "Mr. Carpenter, the world needs this story." And I would have never thought that those would be words that we would be blessed to be able to repeat, even after 15 years of being exposed and our story being out there. So I want to now show you the video. It's a video of our life. It's 12 minutes long. It's the real deal. It's what's happened in our life. It's what I was doing in my career. It's how we met. So sit back and enjoy yourselves. There'll be an opportunity for you to laugh. It's fun. You may cry. But the bottom line is that the whole message is keeping it fit. So No, there's no tissue, so don't cry. Let's watch a movie.
Okay, good morning, Cleveland. How are you guys doing? Good? Okay, I'm just going to share with you some of the things that I personally went through during this whole car accident thing. To me, it was like a story. This car accident and this guy named Kim, I mean, it was like a dream. And I said for months and months, I'm in a dream, leave me alone. I'll wake up from this dream. You know, because stuff like this doesn't happen to me. I mean, does it happen to you? You know, it doesn't happen to me, it happens to other people. Or it's something you would see on TV, but I never thought anything like this would actually happen to me. And I really felt like I was in a dream. But after about 4 months, I realized, okay, everyone's telling me the same story about Kim and this car accident, and I realized that I was not waking up from this dream. So I started to believe the story that I was told, that I'd been in a car accident, and I was married to a guy named Kim. You know, life was super confusing back at this time, but because my brain injury was so severe, I lost my short-term memory. And what we later discovered is that I lost about a year and a half prior to our car accident till about 4 months after. So there was about a 2-year period that was wiped out of my mind. And I lost all the memory of meeting, dating, and marrying my husband. And that's the memory that's gone for good. But you know what? 2 months prior to our car accident on September 18th, I had agreed, for better or for worse, I will be with you, Kim. Death will be the only thing that will tear us apart. I had made a vow before God, in good times and bad, sickness and health. And you know, of course, when you get married, you don't think the sickness is going to come or the bad's going to come. So, you know, you only think you're going to have the good health and the good times, but it happened. For me, the circumstances didn't really matter that I lost the memory of my husband because I was committed to the promise that I had made to him. I told Kim I'd stay with him for the rest of my life, and that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to be a person of my word. Now, why wouldn't I do what I said I would do? I mean, I promised someone something. You know, I believe that love is a decision, and I chose to love Kim, and that was based on obedience to God. Not necessarily on feelings that I had, because I didn't have any feelings. And so the second time around, you know, everyone makes it up, and I supposedly fell in love with him again. My love grew for him, but it was more of a choice than that pitter-patter love, you know, that you have when you fall in love with someone. I chose to love him the second time around. And of course, my feelings for him grew, and you know, it was based more on a choice the second time, okay? But love isn't what holds the marriage together. It's the commitment that two people have. So along with my memory loss, my personality was also changed about 30 to 40% because of my traumatic brain injury. But I still have my long-term memory, so I know what I used to be like. It was just my short-term memory, about a 2-year period, that was wiped out. So my personality's changed, so we both had to get to know this new Cricket. But some of my changes aren't so great, but I choose to focus on the ways that I've been blessed and not on the things that I've lost or what I can't remember, because that's not going to get me anywhere. That's not going to move me ahead. Doctors gave me less than 1% chance of survival, 0.053. And if I lived, I would remain as a vegetable for the rest of my life. So Kim and I know who the great physician is, but marriage is a lifetime commitment between one man and one woman, as long as you both shall live. And it's a promise to keep, you guys. When you're going to get married, I mean, you make a vow to that person for life, not just as long as things are going good, because you're going to have tough times. We now have 2 children. Our son Danny is 11, and our daughter Leanne is 8. And had we chosen divorce, like 80% of heterosexual couples do, we would have missed out on some of the greatest blessings that we have in our life today. You know, you may be at school today and things aren't going the way you want them to go, or your life's not going the way you want it to go. But realize that your situation is probably not the worst. My situation is not the worst. There's many stories that are way worse than ours. But do something about it, the situation you're in. You know, make a change. Go talk to someone. Go talk to your teachers. Go talk to Johnny Rocket. Go talk to your counselors. Talk to your parents. You know, go get some help. You know, maybe today would be a new start for you. You know, and I want to encourage you to persevere through the hard times. Because hard times are going to come, but there's good things waiting on the other side.